Hello guys, I'm Vizio Racer and welcome to the new video. Thank you all for the support. I enjoy this new format and well, it's a bit of a challenge, but which man does not like challenges? And you would like to know which engines are unreliable and well, recommended to stay away from. Reliability is something that every car owner expects and wishes from a car. But unless automakers do not put much effort into that, well, it just stays a wish. It is recommended to stay away from cars and engines like this, but, well, if you are thinking about any of them, at least know what you should expect to break down. First coming Porsche Cayenne 4.5, the Cayenne S model, which has a naturally aspirated V8 that is quite cheap today for a premium SUV and drives amazingly well. But when it comes to expenses, it is not just expensive to maintain, but there are things which are known to break down. One of them are the cooling pipes, which are between the intake and are made from plastic, which will break down and will cause leak. Overheating, you should replace them for aluminum ones, otherwise you are going to have a big trouble. Alongside this cooling problem, there are thermostat issues, water pump failings, and the cooling pipe, when it breaks, it may cause water leaking onto alternator, which gets drowned. Also failing transfer cases of the all-wheel drive, be aware of that. Next one is Audi 2.5 V6 TDI, which was a larger equivalent to the 1.9 TDI, which has amazing reputation as a bulletproof and decently fuel-efficient engine. The V6 is, well, much stronger and faster, but some of the variants are also much less reliable. Especially known are the problematic Bosch VP44 fuel pump, which will eventually fail, and because of insufficient lubrication of cams, they are known to wear and break down into pieces, as they are also hollow, so even more weak. BMW N47 D20. Some of the problems also shared with the N57, the 3-liter 6-cylinder diesel version. It is a successor to the M47, which is almost bulletproof and can last forever, but the N47, it's a different story. Engineers put the timing chain at the back of the engine, meaning where the transmission is mounted, thinking that it is going to last forever. It isn't, especially because of long oil intervals, about 25-30,000 kilometers, which is a lot. And the engine gets sludgy, the lubrication is not sufficient, and the timing chain gets loose. A catastrophic engine failure is happening. It is not certain and you cannot expect it to fail at any certain mileage. It can be 80,000 kilometers, it can be 200,000 kilometers. And also be aware of oil pump failures, fuel pump failures, rod knock. My friend has a 525D with the N47 engine, which twice broke down catastrophically, and well, he's close to burning that car into fire. Pontiac Fiero. Pontiac Fiero is looks very much like a Toyota MR2. It even has a transversely mounted inline 4 in the middle, but a weak inline 4 called Iron Duke. It was a 2.5 liter that has barely 100 horsepower, so it was nothing sporty. And well, it even had problem with oil, because the oil pan was just too big and could get punctured. They made it smaller, and then there is only about 3/4 of oil, and when it gets low on oil, there's a possibility for conrod to overheat, break down, puncture the engine block, and the hot oil getting on a exhaust, bursting engine compartment into fire, and you don't want that. Because of this known problem, which GM admitted, they are recalling 244,000 Fieros 4 cylinders. Next one is Alfa Romeo Twin Spark 16 valves. The 8 valves are pretty durable and reliable, but it got worse with the 16 valves. It's a nice engine to drive. It had long stroke, which means a good torque, but also short intake, meaning it was also rev happy and was quite fun to drive. I have not had that pleasure, but people say that it is. But there are some problems. It is very sensitive for oil quality, and there is a larger clearance between piston and cylinder wall, which helps with the engine rev happiness, but also increases oil consumption pretty drastically. The piston and different material liners expand in the different rates, and if you do not warm it properly, the engine can seize before it gets warm. There's also oil pump clogging, and if you are getting larger engines, problem gets worse. The 1.6 is more reliable, the 2 liter is the least reliable. Subaru Boxer Diesel, a renowned engine in Europe, as Subaru wanted to get higher sales in Europe because Europeans are just crazy for diesels. They introduced the world's first Boxer 4-cylinder diesel engine in a passenger car, and it was quite good. It had squared cylinder design, it was rev happy, decent fuel mileage and good power. But there was some problems. The crankshafts are coming unbalanced from the factory, and then the main bearings are put into high strain, and well, that's obvious that the engine is going to fail. And there's also a known problem with the DPF getting clogged. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something interesting today, and see you in the next video. Cheers! If you got here, you may want to check out my clothing website. There are some t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, and alongside my Patreon. This will help me continue bringing you this content you like so much. Thank you, and see you in the next video.